So moving on, because we've been talking about concept art for a long time, to song production. This, for me, was a very involved process, but for no one else in the group was it as involved as character concepts and designs. I'd actually made a post publicly on my Twitter that was like, hey, I'm looking for composers. It's paid, but not very much. Because this whole project was funded out of my pocket because I really wanted to make sure that I had control over it and wasn't burdening anyone else. And I had a lot of friends who did help me a little bit along the way. Thank you guys so much. And Takada, actually, who is the voice of our Rinko, had sent me her friend Dibber and was like, he's really, really good at what he does. And so I contacted Dibber, and Dibber was like, yeah, I love to write an idol song. So we started doing that, and once they sent me over their first concept, they had a few others that kind of went between, but it was what ultimately became our debut single, Intergalactic Disco. I'm really into poetry. I did a lot of it through high school, and I fell in love with the song, and then came up with this crazy concept in story. And so I wrote jokingly I wrote lyrics, but they turned out to be pretty good, I think, and everyone really liked them. So I was like, oh, well, we could use this as a concept. And then right at that point was when we got our name for the song, Intergalactic Disco, and we proceeded forward. Then Dibber continued the song, finished it, moved on to the final draft, and then sent it over to me, and I completed the lyrics that I had wrote, and I helped them from concept form and then created the final. That was the English version right after we had really kind of like completed the English lyrics and actually finished recording for the English version. I sent all the references, well, the near final English mix, to all the translators that we had, Taka, Ro, and Rindo, and they translated it into both Japanese and Korean, and it was pretty fantastic. It was kind of like a dream come true to see, my lyrics in different languages instead of just doing trans lyrics. That was really fun, and I think an amazing experience. Dom, would you like to share a bit about the difficulties and fulfillment of recording for Intergalactic Disco?
I will just say this, that chorus is so high. There are these two notes in every chorus, it's ridiculously high, that killed me every time I recorded, but for the most part, the song was really, really fun to record to, and I think that the lyrics are really fun, and they kind of remind me of a Disney princess song. They're very pure, very cute, lighthearted, and romantic, and I really, really like singing them in English and Japanese.
I'm glad. Yeah, I have to agree on that high part. I died every single time. I remember sitting in my recording closet, where I am right now, and just being so distraught and not knowing what to do, because I was like, it's so high! But, we all hit it, and we all hit it really well.
I was planning on only doing like my high kind of soft voice that I did in like the verses for Amy, but then the chorus hit and I can literally only belt it.
That's okay. You sounded great.
Thank you. You did too.
Thanks. You still sounded like Amy Inagawa, so it was very enjoyable for me.
Glad.
As many of you may know, if you are in our Discord, which links to that below, I love Amy Inagawa. I am a little biased towards Junko, as I mentioned before. I really love Junko, but after that, Amy is definitely my best girl, and I cry because I love her so much. I'm so glad that Dom was here to join me in this group to play my beautiful child, Amy Inagawa.
I'm just glad to be here.
I'm just glad to have you. But then everyone else recorded. That was a long process because we had to wait quite a bit of time between translations, and it was really fun though otherwise. As some of you may know, as many of you know, the Korean is actually completely separate vocalists. I really wanted to make sure that everyone was fluent in Korean in that version, and everyone did a really great job. I got such a fantastic cast. They all recorded super fast, and they were super pumped about the project, and I'm just so happy to have all of them. To address some people's questions as to why we got a different cast, it's literally just for fluent, or I wanted it to be really fluent, as I've already said. Though some of the girls in our group already can speak Korean fluently, I thought that it might be easier just to get a whole new cast. It'll give it a different feel and also help to spread our music to the Korean fandom, I had hoped. And I think it's doing a pretty decent job of that. I think I love the Korean cast so much. They're so fun to work with. After everyone recorded, then became the best part. Rezyan, who mixed all of Intergalactic Disco, had to mix the song 3 times. And for anyone who's ever done mixing out there, that is rough, and especially when you have 7 people's vocals. So just for the English and Japanese, you know, you have 14 separate, in a way, vocals. And granted, we got them pre-tuned, but timing is really where it gets hard. And then plus all those harmonies, which there were a lot of. It was a very time-consuming process. It was a very sad process, but Rezion... Yeah, seriously. Round of applause for Rezion. He did such a fantastic job with the mixes, and I'm so happy that I got to work with him on this project. He made all of us sound like Disney princesses.
True.
Video production for both the commercials and the video itself, we weren't really as involved. We just kind of sent the assets over and we're like, if you need anything, let us know. Nile did such a fantastic job and got it done super quick, and that was really all there was to that. And same with the commercials, we sent it over to Crescent and she worked really fast and got them to us kind of like one at a time, one every day, and it was pretty fantastic. Would you like to comment on the commercials at all?
I think that they were all really cute and bubbly and really helped to show off the personalities of everyone, especially Amy. That Doki Doki Literature Club vibe that Crescent put into the video for Amy was really well done.
It really was. I felt like the commercials really helped to bring out the individuality of each of the characters and help, hopefully, you guys to get to know them a lot better while we work on refining the story so you guys can get to know them even better. For the time being, that's all we actually have to talk about in this video, unless Dom has anything else he would like to add.
Dom the best girl.
So we do have pretty exciting news coming later this month, maybe early next month, depending. So please keep an eye out on that. We are so excited to start working on our second single. We're also working on some special stuff that will hopefully be released while you guys have to wait for the second single, as that will be a very, very involved, long process, but it's gonna be fantastic. We have incredible things planned for you guys, and thank you so much for all the support you've been giving us. It's really almost overwhelming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We love you, Lunalas. We love you so much. So thank you again for your support, and hopefully we'll be able to do more videos like this in the future. If you guys would like a Q&A or something, just let us know, because we'd definitely be down to do that for you guys. Hopefully we can get more of the idols next time as well. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much, and I hope we can have your continued support.